Hi, welcome to ener-g, and today we're going to be talking about egg substitutions, everything that you can use in place of eggs. So the first substitution we're going to go over today is actually this little pile of mess I have right here that my daughter thinks is just incredibly gross. However, it works really, really well. This is tofu, and it is tofu that has been pureed. This is 12 ounces of tofu. I usually use the shelf-stable kind when I'm pureeing because you can keep it in the cabinet a long time. It has a really good shelf life, and just like a dozen eggs, you know, you want to have that available to use quick and easy. This will stay in your refrigerator as long as it's sealed for 7 days. If you are using a recipe that calls for more than 2 eggs to be substituted, your best bet is to use tofu as your substitution. The reason for this is every time you substitute eggs in a recipe, it does break down the integrity of the whole entire recipe because you're adding other things in. So tofu I find best to be used when it's multiple eggs, just the textures and how it works. So it actually works as a quiche base, it works with cheesecake really well, and those types of options. In order to make 1 tofu egg, you need 4 tablespoons of silken tofu pureed and 1 tablespoon of baking powder mixed together. So obviously they don't have to be exact measurements because it's a little hard to make an exact 4 tablespoons, but as close as you can. Obviously you have to double, triple if you are substituting more eggs. And then the baking powder goes in. When I'm storing my tofu, I just leave the tofu pureed and leave it separate because you want to put the baking powder in when you're getting ready to use it. If not, it will change the consistency of it and it will lose its almost elasticity. And then you just mix it together. Okay, as you can tell, you whisk this up and it actually almost starts to form a peak like an egg white would after you've mixed an egg white up, if you've ever had to do that. To like make a meringue. So you're actually almost with a thickness and where it almost peaks. Okay, now moving on from the tofu egg. The other egg that I use a lot, especially in baked goods, is flaxseed. I find it easy. I'll usually always have milled flaxseed on hand, and it just works really well. You need hot water and flaxseed. Make sure it's milled. If you just use the whole seeds, it's not going to work. To make 1 flaxseed egg, you need 1 tablespoon of flaxseed milled and 3 tablespoons of hot water. Now I always put my flaxseed in first, and this you do want to be even on, and it's a lot easier since it's a dry ingredient. Okay, and then our hot water. Okay, so 3 tablespoons. Put my teacup back over there. And then you're just going to stir this a little bit, and you're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. We'll go on to the next egg substitution while we let this sit. My next favorite substitution has got to be applesauce or any other fruit puree that you can use. Applesauce is used mostly because if you're using it, especially in a baked item, you don't really taste the flavor of it that much. However, if you're using banana or something else like that, some other fruit flavor, it's going to come through on your recipe. So applesauce, pears, those are pretty easy to use because the flavors don't usually have a tendency to come through really harsh. To make 1 applesauce egg, you need 4 tablespoons of applesauce and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Ooh. I make my own sound effects. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 4 tablespoons of applesauce. I'm going to put the applesauce over there. And then you're going to mix this around as well with the baking powder. you're using it this way, you want to make sure that whatever fruit puree you're using, whether it's applesauce, is actually room temperature. So as you can tell, it's immediately bubbling up, and you want to put this into whatever you're getting ready to use it in, especially a baked item, as soon as possible. But it's almost the consistency of an egg. So another egg substitution is obviously one of the store-bought egg replacers. I personally don't like the egg replacers because I find that they leave an odd taste, an aftertaste, if you will. Some people think I'm crazy for thinking it, but I just find them to have a weird taste. If anybody uses an egg replacer, please comment down in the comments and tell me what kind that you like, what you've had really good luck with. These are just the options I'd rather use because I know all of the ingredients and I just like it better. Okay, so now we're going to check in on the flaxseed. The flaxseed that we just put together, consistency has changed already, and it's not been quite 10 minutes. Okay, and I think you can tell from there, the texture's changed quite a bit. It's almost like an egg. It's ooey and gooey, and that's actually one of the reasons I really like using it. It's very versatile. I guess that wraps it up on egg replacements. I hope this information helps you tame your allergy dragon. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. Follow me on social media, Instagram and Twitter. Links are down below as well. I've listed the recipes down below for all the eggs in the description for your convenience. Okay then, and bye. Cut. I'll get something out of it. I'm not sure what it's gonna be.
Close enough.